Hi, welcome to The Right Road to Success. Today we're going to read the story Sophie Washington, Queen of the Bee by Tonya, Duncan, Ellis. Before we start reading, I want you to make sure that you're paying attention to the story elements. And what are story elements? Well, that would be the characters, the setting, and the problem. Characters, of course, are the people and the animals in the story. Setting is when and where the story takes place, and of course the problem, well, something goes wrong that needs to be fixed. Also, we have some important words: allergic, convince, and command. When you command somebody to do something, you tell them to do something like, go make up your bed. When you want to convince somebody, you want to persuade them. You want them to do something that you're asking them to do. And then, of course, we have allergic. Allergic is when, well, you might eat something or brush up against something and you have a bad reaction. So allergic is not good. So we're going to start reading, try to make predictions as we go along. And of course, when you make predictions, you're going to look at the pictures, the titles, the headings, and the things that happen in the story to try to figure out what's going to happen next. So here we go. Sophie Washington, Queen of the Bee. Chapter 1, 3 Little Pigs. In fairy tales, everyone's wish comes true. Jack gets the goose that lays the golden egg. Cinderella finds Prince Charming. Pinocchio becomes a real boy. My happily ever after is much simpler. I want a pet goldfish. I don't think that's too much to ask, but my parents do. For the past year, they have been putting me off every time I beg them for a pet. I'm allergic to cats and dogs, says Mom. There's no way we could keep a furry animal in the house. But what about a fish? I ask. I don't know if you're responsible enough to take care of a goldfish, Sophie, says Dad. You might drop the bowl and get water all over the place. For a 10-year-old, I'm very responsible. If you forget about the time my brother Cole and I had a water fight with a sprinkler in the garage, or when I tied Cole up to a tree to keep him from tagging along with me and my friend Chloe. I'm a model child. I get good grades in school, I'm nice to my friends, and I help out in the house when Mom and Dad ask me to. Today, I'm making my dream come true. I'm going to convince Dad to let me get a pet goldfish. I march toward the kitchen in my pink and white polka dot pajamas and lime green fuzzy slippers. After glancing in the hallway mirror, I push down my 2 thick black braids, which stick out on each side of my head like handlebars. Good morning, I say to my mother, who is busy in the kitchen making my favorite breakfast of bacon, eggs, grits, and homemade pancakes. Since Dad is not up to hear me beg for a fish again, I make my way to the family room to watch a recording of a television show I taped during the school week. Cole rushes into the room before me and grabs the remote control from the end table before I can reach it. Get back, I yell. He turns on Video Rangers, his favorite TV show. Then he puts the remote control under a pillow, sits on it, and passes gas. Ew! Give me that remote, Cole! I shriek. You knew I was getting ready to use it. Mom, I was here first and now she wants to change the channel, he whines. Turn the television off. And you two go get the newspaper and pull the garbage can up to the garage, says Mom, shaking her head and pouring more pancake batter into the skillet. All this arguing is going to make me burn breakfast. I clench my fists to keep from wringing Cole's neck. Did you tell Mom about the contest? He yells loudly over blips and bleeps. He is playing a Video Rangers cartridge on his handheld video game now that the television is off. What contest? Asks Dad, entering the kitchen. Oh, it's really nothing, really, I say. Just something Mrs. Green was talking about at school on Friday. It's the big spelling bee, and they want all kids in 3rd grade and up to be in it, pipes Cole. Mrs. Green said she hopes Sophie signs up since she's such a great speller. That sounds like a wonderful opportunity for you, Sophie, Mom says. You are really good at spelling. Sign up first thing Monday morning, says Dad. Maybe we can start you studying this weekend. Did they give you a list of spelling words? I need to check my backpack, Dad. It's out in the garage, I say, trying to change the subject. Come on, Cole. Mom told us to get the paper. Why can't you go out to the driveway by yourself, he complains. We're not even through eating. Go help your sister, Mom commands. We head out the garage door to the driveway. You are such a tattletale, I say, nudging Cole once we are out of earshot. Why'd you have to tell Mom and Dad about the spelling bee? He elbows me back. Then we both stop in our tracks. 3 hairy pigs are running around our front yard. One scatters when it sees me. The other 2 squeal and head in our direction. Ah! I scream, then run toward the garage, pulling Cole along with me. The pigs double back and run off. Our front yard, which was once a smooth carpet of green, is now filled with jagged, overturned tufts of dirt. If I hadn't seen the animals, I would have sworn Cole had hopped through each and every inch of grass on his pogo stick. Our yelling brings Mom and Dad outside. What happened? I ask, pressing as close to my father as I can get. He whistles. Our lawn's been attacked by wild boar. Wild boar? I exclaim. They dug up our yard looking for grubs and bugs to eat, Dad explains. Food's probably been scarce for them because we haven't had a lot of rain. There was hardly any rain in Houston, the city we live near, this summer. The plants that wild animals that live near our neighborhood normally eat didn't grow, so they ate bushes, flowers, and even attacked small family pets for food. I noticed that the pigs dug up some of our neighbors' lawns too. What are we going to do about the grass? I asked Dad. Will the pigs come back? We'll have to have it replanted, Dad says, shaking his head. This happened with one of our neighbors down the street, and they put a special sensor in the yard to scare the hogs off. With all the excitement, I missed my chance to ask about a pet goldfish. We had plans to go out as a family this afternoon, but Dad tells us to go ahead without him. He will make sure we get the sensors we need to drive off the hogs. 3 little pigs have put my dreams on hold. Okay, so that was chapter 1. Hopefully you recognize the characters. If not, I want you to think back about the story and think about who the characters were. I want you to think about the setting. Where is this story actually taking place? Do you know? I bet you do. And now think about the problem. Well, I think you know what the problem is. Yes, Sophie is trying to get a pet goldfish, but something has occupied their time. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and we will continue with chapter 2. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so that you'll know when I add the story. See you tomorrow.